Hello everyone, welcome into the energy check-ins of the week ahead. It's the dates of the 19th through the 25th, and we're going to be covering the energies that you're currently in, the energies that you should be made aware of and focus more on, and the energies that are coming your way, and any sort of advice for the week ahead for you, for all zodiac signs. So if you know your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, you potentially have multiple messages throughout this reading. So click throughout the play bar, or you can go to the timestamps in the description and you can go to your specific readings. But just remember, this is collective readings, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. Not everything might not be for you. Just take what resonates. Thank you. All right, Capricorns, welcome into your section of the video. We're trying to figure out what energies that you need to be made aware of for the week ahead. We have the High Priestess. We have the Three of Pentacles coming out in reverse. The World, the Four of Pentacles, Justice, Temperance, Mother of Swords, the Nine of Swords in reverse, and the Nine of Pentacles. If we can get these on here a bit more. All right, so the energies that you need to be made aware of that you are currently in is the High Priestess, the Three of Pentacles, and the World right now. So there are some things around you that you are needing to pay attention about, potentially other people or projects that you're working on. Maybe there's some things that have either stalled out or that you are kind of confused by, and you are needing to see that these things are needing to wrap up some way, needing to come to a conclusion, needing to come to terms with you, so that way you have full control and having some sort of like closure with that, right? So if there's something going on right now where you are either burnt out or it doesn't seem like the energies are moving any sort of way, I think you are recognizing that, and I think you are needing to know that you have the control to complete it. You have the control to say, like, this is finished, and you need to have that in your control, or else it's going to happen regardless. And then it's like out of your control, and then you're going to be feeling that energy like as if you missed out on something, or you just feel like you don't have control over the situation like you want. So the Four of Pentacles, the Justice card, the Temperance card is the energies that you should focus more on. And I kind of feel like this is talking specifically about like what I just said, about things that you are needing to let go of that are not looking like they're going any sort of direction. It almost seems like you are losing a lot of your energy, potentially, and you might feel drained at this time. You might feel depleted. There's something here about leaking out energy that is not good for you. You need to be able to hold on to control. You need to be able to hold on to the energy and be able to use it successfully in other places that are going to benefit you. And I think this is something that you need to look at and make sure that you're doing well. All right. And the energies that are coming your way in the future is the Mother of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles, which to me signifies that, you know, there's some restlessness here still within the future, but it seems like you're overcoming that. It seems like you are tapping more into control. You're tapping more into solitude and making things work for you. You're reaching for your goals still. You're making sure you're still pursuing what it is that's going to benefit you. And you have more say-so over the things that aren't working and switching out things that aren't working and making things work for you. So it seems like you are benefiting from this change within the future, but you've got to recognize what these things are, so that way you can start getting that energy out faster, so that way you recall back your energy and master it. So let's see if there's any sort of advice from the Angel Number Oracle for you. Seems like they're wanting to come out violently. All right. So we have, I'm going to read these cards and then I'll show it to you on the camera. We have 888848, personal power, material and spiritual abundance, wealth, resources, force, balance, confidence, material gain, epic romance. All that is good and pleasant in your life will multiply. Angels are sending the numbers to reassure you of the prosperity and well-being ahead. Your surroundings will treat you with admiration and respect. Use it for the greater good. And then we have 222, alignment, connections, friendships, romantic relationships, family ties, balance, life choices, compromise, commitment, trust. How do you move forward toward your life's true calling? Do what makes you happy. Your enthusiasm is what keeps you going. Follow your interest. If it's cayed by something, following these routes will help you discover your life's purpose. So very, very interesting how that goes fluently along with the cards that you have picked, where it's like you've got to be able to reclaim back your power, reclaim back your energy, so that way you are in alignment with the things that are supposed to be coming to you. And those things that are supposed to be coming to you seem to be lifting you up in the near future as well. So that way that you can actually be around the things that are good for you and not things that are depleting of your energy. So that's what I got for you, Capricorn. All right, Aquarius, it's your go. We're trying to figure out the energies that you are currently in, the energies that you should focus more on, and the energies that are coming into your near future. We have the Devil, the Lovers, and the Three of Pentacles. We have the World, the Seven of Pentacles, Mother of Cups. Then we have the Five of Swords, Seven of Wands, and the Five of Wands. Interesting. All right, so the current energy that you're dealing with is, I kind of feel like there might be somebody that you are potentially working with, maybe co-workers that you might be starting to get attracted to. And I think that you are feeling that you are kind of like thinking that it's not a good situation, that maybe you shouldn't be, romantically involved with someone that you're co-working with, or maybe there's some other part of the coworker that's not like really showing up in the cards that you might be questioning and being like, hey, I kind of need to stay away from this. But it almost seems like you're coming at this with some innocent vibes. It's not necessarily that you're going to be like a home wrecker or a marriage wrecker or anything like that. It almost just seems like you are really connected with this person for some reason, and you're just like so unsure like why you're attracted to this person and why it's calling you. That's definitely what you're dealing with right now. And with the World card, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Mother of Cups, it almost seems like this has called you to a certain position. And I think you kind of need to focus on the position that you are in and understand like what's going on, what needs to be changed, what needs to be worked on for you to kind of get through this part of your journey right now. Like, how can I move things forward with myself? Do I need to resonate more with my emotions? Do I need to tap in with my intuition more? Do I need to be there for somebody? Do I need to be there for myself? Like, what is it that I need? Do I need more emotional support? Things like that. Maybe you need to be asking for kind of like advice from a different perspective on the situation of like what's going on. Or maybe you're being asked to kind of be a bit more in the nurturing element of this connection, something like that. But the energies that is coming your way in the future, we have the Five of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Five of Wands, where it almost seems like you were kind of like standing into what you know is you. You're kind of setting that boundary of like, these are my feelings, this is the way I feel, I'm confident in myself, but for some reason, everything around me is confusing. Why is these things happening? And I think you're just going to be learning more about what this connection is about and why you are like feeling the way you are, why you're so content with your energies and things like that, and how you can improve the situation. How can you improve your thought process? How can you improve yourself overall to achieve what it is that you're seeking from this partnership, I guess, or even just from yourself of like, why is this connection here? What is the spiritual basis of this connection? Things like that. So let's see if we can get any sort of advice from the universe. This one's shot out. I'm going to read these first. It's 555, change, encouragement, support, obstacle, battle, calling, restructuring, creative work. You are going to level up. It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in your life for your highest good. That is the why you've been looking for. Push through it. There's a reward waiting for you at the finish line. So we got 2 5s down here at the bottom. The Lovers is a 6. So 2 5s at the bottom. Devil technically has a 5 in it. And then we have 999 Release, balance, finances, success, wealth. Cycles, what goes around comes around. Your current circumstances are ending, so you might take advantage of better ones. If you're experiencing a significant change or conclusion, viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters may be helpful. How can you make room for something new to emerge? So, maybe you are the opposite. Maybe you are the person that is dealing with something taboo, and you are seeking more of this coworker that's the innocent version. Maybe it's flipped. Maybe the energies are flipped there. But I do see that there's a reason why you're going through this, and it seems like there's going to be a payoff of some sort of an improved version of yourself throughout this. So I think that's what you need to focus on, is how can you improve yourself through the experience. That's probably the reason why the Mother of Cups is out here too, is just recognizing your feelings and why you feel that way and what you need to do about it. How can you improve your internal being and your feelings? Yeah. That's what I got for you, Aquarius. All right, Pisces, it is your turn. We're trying to figure out the energies you're currently in, the energies that you need to be made aware of and focus more on, and the energies that are coming your way. All right, let's see here. We got the 3 of Cups, the Sun, the Magician, 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, Father of Cups, King of Cups, Daughter of Cups, Page of Cups, and then we have the 7 of Cups, and then the 9 of Cups. Okay, a lot of heartfelt energy here. We got some Pentacles, and we got mostly water signs. So, I mean, you are water signs, Pisces. So the 3 of Cups, the Sun, and the Magician are the energies that you are currently in, which seems to me like there's a lot of good, vibrant energy around you. And I feel like you're wondering, how can you capitalize on this energy? How can you capitalize on this potential that you have around you? How can you use this energy to make something better with it? So it's almost like the feeling of receiving like good signs, good energy. And you're like, okay, this is evidence that I have something here. How can I move with that energy? How can I capitalize on this moment? You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of like what your thought process is right now, how you're feeling. There's just some sort of energy of you feeling really, really good, and you want to make more of the situation. So the energy that you need to focus more on is the 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. So maybe this is what you need to focus on, is not necessarily what you can do more with this energy, but maybe like how can you keep recreating that energy? How can you make it to where you feel these same feelings over again? What is it that you experienced? Learn from the experience and keep reproducing that experience. It almost seems like you got a sort of routine, or a sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Just like some sort of system that works for you, that has created something. And I feel like it's a system that is beneficial for you. It's something that you can keep using as a tool for yourself. So Page of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups is the energy that you are like heading for the future for yourself. And yeah, I almost feel like this is an energy of you like maybe opening yourself up to too much at one time. Maybe it's, instead of like acting within confidence and taking it steady, you are more so like, I need to do everything at one time, right? And I think this is an energy of you just like seeing what has worked and trying to multiply it by 5 instead of multiplying it by 2 first. You get what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to overly do it. You want to just gradually continue to do it and act on it. Whatever this is for you, Pisces, just slowly pursue into developing it more versus just like taking a deep dive and just opening it wide open. You don't slam open a door whenever you like go into a new place or you go into someone's house or whatever the case may be. The same concept applies here for your idea or the system that you're working with. Don't slam the door wide open. Gradually open it and walk through it. So that's kind of the action that's needed to be taking place here in the future, or at least that's the future energy. Maybe you learn that lesson, just say. But let's see, any advice coming from your angels, ancestors, or the universe? One came shooting out, and this one. All right, so we've got 555, change, encouragement, support, obstacle, battle, calling, restructuring, creative work. You are going to level up. It might not feel good initially, but it will prepare you to handle the greater things in life for your highest good. That is the why you've been looking for. Push through it. There's a reward waiting for you at the finish line. And then 0808, we have swift action, wealth, empathy, promises, commitment, affection, inner strength, auspicious outcomes. You'll enter a time of expansion, so begin taking steps toward achieving your ultimate objective immediately. Finances will miraculously improve, and somebody has their mind set on you. So that could also be the reason why this is down here at the bottom as well, is that maybe that you are going to be expanding as well and bringing in new things, which will bring you new opportunities with that system. So maybe you're using that system into something else that could also benefit you as well. So it's not necessarily just what I said before, but it could also be you being able to expand into other opportunities as well. But still, same applies. You don't want to slam the door wide open to where you're ambushed by a lot of energies that you're overwhelmed with, but you're going to have new opportunities available to you. So that's exciting. That's what I got for you, Pisces. All right, Aries, welcome into your section of the reading. We are trying to figure out the energies you are currently in, the energies you should focus more on, and the energies that are coming your way. We have the 10 of Cups in reverse, the 9 of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Then we have the 6 of Cups, 3 of Cups, and the Ace of Swords, 4 Swords, Father of Swords, and the Death card. So it almost seems like there's kind of like your future in question, like the future abundance that you have potentially set yourself up for. And it's almost like it's a time where you are being asked to kind of take some more time to yourself and maybe, like, I guess, put yourself in a position to have your mind solely on what you can create as your future. Like just thinking about like me, myself, and I, and the future, right? Like those are the only two attachments to one another versus like having other people included in it. It almost seems like you are being asked to kind of like just focus on that kind of work. Like what can you do by yourself independently that can help you like shape up your future goals, your future abundance and things like that. And then we have the energy that you need to focus more on is the 6 of Cups, the 3 of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. It almost, that's an interesting trio. It almost seems like there's something that you are just left unsaid, or maybe you're being asked to say something that could potentially like better your environment, better yourself, maybe even synchronize yourself back into the 10 of Cups energy upright. It almost seems like you're the person to kind of make that situation better. And I feel like you can't let your voice not be heard. You should definitely say the things that you feel encouraged to say and not be in fear of, worrying about whether you should say it or not, because I feel like you can make a good impact or a good change for that direction. And then for the future, we have the 4 of Swords, the Father of Swords, and the Death card. It does seem like there will be a lot of significant change for you, but it almost does seem like there's going to be a lot of solitude involved with that. But it almost seems like it does better the situation. It betters the situation, but there's going to be enough significant change with that situation where you're going to have to kind of bring yourself back in solitude, kind of recover that energy, allow time to work that energy back onto the right track, and also kind of like get synchronized again, get back into the flow of things. But that's just the repercussions of it. That's just life. And I don't think you should blame yourself when this happens. I think you should just go with the flow and allow things to flow back into it naturally. But I think everything should be okay after you say what you need to say. You need to take more authority. You need to take a more like strong-willed action on this situation, and things will end up bettering in the long run for you. Let's see what kind of advice you need to hear from the universe, the angels. So we have 222 alignment, connections, friendships, romantic relationships, family ties, balance, life choices, compromise, commitment, trust. How do you move forward toward your life's true calling? Do what makes you happy. Your enthusiasm is what keeps you going. Follow your interest. If it's bouqueted by something, follow these routes will help you discover your life's purpose. And then we have 4 nines, lessons learnt, culmination, results, benefits, reflection, competition. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive toward your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you. So I think that really has something to do with taking leadership, taking authority over what you feel like you're called to do. And I feel like that activates this lesson learned, that activates you into that position of receiving that reward. And that's why I think the death and rebirth card here is that it creates that change. It creates the change for the better, and the reward goes to you. So whatever that change is that you think you need to act on it. But it does seem like there's just going to be a lot of energy of you kind of needing to stay to yourself, or recalling back your energy to stay to yourself, and allowing things outside of you to work its way through and to kind of culminate back together and synchronize back together when everything is energetically aligned again. So that's what it seems like. Could we even be talking about taking a break? I don't know. But that's what I got for you, Aries. All right, Taurus, welcome into your section of the reading. We have the energies that you should be focused on, the energies that you're currently in, and the energies that is coming your way. We have the 4 of Wands, the Empress, the 5 of Swords, the Daughter of Wands, the Mother of Cups, Strength card. We have the 7 of Pentacles, that's supposed to be upright, 10 of Cups, and the Chariot. All right. So for the energies that you are currently in, we have the 4 of Wands, the Empress, and the 5 of Swords, which to me seems like you are catering to a certain connection. You are trying to improve a certain connection, and maybe even trying to nurture this connection that you have. And it seems like there is some slight differences, or there's some slight confusion, or maybe just a bit of wacky energy involved with the situation. But I see within this current energy that you are making it better. You are clarifying, you are making sure that you are in alignment with it, and you're trying your best at it. It's not like you are giving up. It's not like you are just putting in a lackluster energy. You're actually trying to make better of the situation, which props to you for that. And then we have, for the energies that you should focus on, is the Page of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Strength card, which I think this means that you've just got to value your emotions a bit more and kind of stand by them. And I feel like your true authentic emotions is going to create a lot of good, positive energy for you, regardless of the outcome. So as long as you are acting on your feelings and feeling confident about your feelings, maybe it's you needing to find more confident in your actual feelings that you resonate with, and allowing that to be your inspiration, allowing that to be your energy that you act on to make change, to make do, make whatever you want to come to life. For the energies that you are currently heading towards, that is coming up in your near future, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Chariot. It does seem like there is a lot of life lessons that are being taught to you at this current moment in time, maybe a lot to do with your feelings or your energy overall, or maybe even for your future. Maybe you are actually like clarifying what it is that you want for your future, and then you'll be able to head towards that energy. It almost seems like that's kind of what it's culminating to, is just kind of synchronizing yourself with your future and with what it is that you want to make as your future. And I think that's what it's boiling down to, is you really trying to define that and grow that and making sure that's what you want to grow. Okay. So the advice from your angels, ancestors, or spirit team, we have 444, blessing in disguise, obstacles, hardships, strength. I think they actually misspelled it on this card. Building character experience. There might be some difficulties ahead, but you will push through. You got this. If you have been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor. If you've been suffering of feeling, man, they kind of like butchered this one card here. If you have been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor. If you've been suffering or feeling lost, like I don't know why they made that sentence structure that way, but I'm not going to complain. Anyways, some things may fall apart, but you're building the framework for something much better. Hang in there. All right. 2020, compassion, mercy, diplomacy, potential, service, recovery, adaptability, renewal. It is a confirmation that your assumptions and beliefs are correct, but it's also an encouragement to use your talents and gifts because they will benefit the world and your pockets. Be of service to others. Your potential is enormous. So, very good, comforting cards that whatever you feel like resonates with you and your deep emotions is how you're supposed to act, is how you're supposed to take opportunities, take change. Whatever it is that you feel is you act on yourself. And that's what's going to shape up your future. And that's what you're going to be blessed with. And that's what's going to be the best for your future. That's what I got for you, Taurus. Hope this resonates with you. Hello, Gemini. Welcome into your section of the video. We're trying to figure out your current energies, the energies you should focus more on, and the energies that is coming your way. Starting out with the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, Seven of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Two of Cups, and the King of Swords. All right, so the energies that you are currently in is the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. It almost seems like you are starting down a path that almost seems like the energy of maybe like self-recovery, or it seems like the energy of just solitude, where you know that you need to put more attention to yourself than what you have been doing. Maybe there's some things that you are ignoring. Maybe there's some things that are causing you not to receive abundance, or maybe you're not receiving the goals that you have set for yourself, things like that. And I think you're starting to realize this, and it almost seems like you are starting down this path of, okay, like I need to focus more on the things that I want. I need to focus on more of my internal healing. I need to focus more on giving back to myself, things like that. That's what you're currently dealing with. The energies that you should focus more on is the Seven of Cups, Nine of Cups, and the Eight of Pentacles. And I think that means that there's just a lot of things that are kind of like opening up to you that you're noticing about yourself. Like maybe, for example, if you are, let's just say, someone that does a lot for somebody, and you are like picking up a friend that doesn't have a car very, very often, and they don't ever pay you gas money. They don't ever really say thank you. They just expect it, right? And maybe halfway through the ride of going to pick them up, you're just like, why am I doing this again? Like, I'm not receiving any benefit from this. And this honestly makes me look a bit weak. I can just fall to somebody's command at this time pretty much all the time. And I don't just do it with this person. I do it with everybody. And that's like a weakness of mine. I need to fix that. So like, you pick up the person and you say, hey, look, like this is going to be the last time I do this, but don't expect me to pick up the phone whenever you call me next time. That's kind of like what's going to be happening for you, is that you're going to see these things show up in your mind and you notice that you need to work on these things. And I mean, yes, you need to focus more on this. That's something that you need to be more aware of. But I think that with you focusing on these energies that you need to work on will also allow you to open yourself up to future potential abundance and allowing yourself to be open to receiving some things that might even be blocked for you right now, especially with the Nine of Wands being out here. Maybe there's a blockage of romance. Maybe there's a blockage of, things that will help complete yourself as well. And I think taking authority over trying to remove these blockages for yourself and working on these things is what's going to be within your future. So that way you can unify yourself, make yourself better, and also be able to be that person to represent another significant romance for your future. Unless you have a partner now, then you might be preparing yourself to make a big change to bring that romance closer to you and making it a better version as well. So let's see what advice we can get from your angels, ancestors, or spirit team. We have, I'll just read it right here. We have 888, karma, balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles. What goes around comes around. A lot of money is coming your way. Fortune refers to more than just monetary and material success. If you don't appreciate the people in your life now, you won't have them tomorrow. This message encourages you to take personal responsibility and use it to realize your greatest potential. Could that be talking about you? Could that be the opposite? If people in your life don't appreciate you, then maybe they won't be there tomorrow. Maybe you won't be there tomorrow. That's what we were talking about, right? They don't appreciate you, then maybe you need to stop going out of your way. And then the second card here is 5555, clarity, great transformation, major changes, opportunity, fast-paced forward process. You aren't a victim of circumstance, rather you are a beneficiary of it. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to this shift. Everything is working out for the best. At long last, you are accomplishing what you set out to do. Everything will work out perfectly in the end. Beautifully said. Beautifully said. So hopefully that gives you some encouragement, some sort of advice there from your team, that there are some things that you need to rework in your life that can actually benefit you or provide you with some great success in the future, and potentially bring in a lot of the things that you are being blocked from your manifestations. So that's what I got for you. All right, Cancers, welcome into your section of the video. We're trying to get into the current energies that you're in, the energies that you need to focus more on, and the energies that are coming your way in the near future. We have the Star, we have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Three of Wands, we have the King of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the World. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. So for you, it seems like there is some answers that you have been asking for, and it almost seems like these answers are coming to questions that you've had before making a change. Maybe you've been holding on to a set pattern or set way of doing something, or maybe just holding on to some energy that you were unsure of what to do with it until you were able to receive some clarity or some sort of answers for this. And I feel like if you haven't experienced these answers yet, they're coming to you within this current energy that you are feeling, probably within the next few days, even within the next few hours. You are going to be receiving some answers here very shortly for some of the questions that you have and are concerned over making choices moving forward, maybe even moving forward, period, on your path. But we have the King of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the World. This seems like with the answers that you have or are receiving, you're needing to make a choice. Is these energies that you're dealing with, is it enough to move on from, or is it enough for you to keep inspired or motivated to keep moving forward with this said energy? It almost seems like you need a decision. You need a decision. You need to clarify this decision, and you need to act on it and not just leave it by the wayside, not just ignore it. This is something that you're going to have to choose. with the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands is showing me in the future energy, what's coming to you in the future. It almost seems like there's a lot of accountability here. It almost seems like there is a new start to something, but it almost seems like it's not changing you per se. Like it's almost like you know who you are, you've got to act on who you are, and you can only be who you are. And with that knowledge, with that access, that's where you're like finding your strength. That's where you're finding your control. And you are just moving forward on this path with knowing that. And if you don't know that, you should know that you should only act on exactly who you are. You're only capable of meeting things as far as you have met yourself is the term that I've always heard. But it almost just seems like you are needing to stay who you are because you are who you are for a reason, and allow that to carry you forward, whether that's with a new experience or whether that's with changing the experience that you have moving forward on this path, or maybe even just restructuring your thoughts about your future and your future ideas. Maybe there just needs to be a restructure with alignment with who you are or what your future goals are. So let's see, any advice or any information from your angels, ancestors, spirit team? 777. We have 0000. All right. Perseverance, change of perspective, reflection, inner strength, wisdom, enlightenment. There's a need for change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within, and then you'll just know what the right next step is. Clarity. Interesting. That kind of goes in line with what I was talking about trying to receive answers for. Limitless potential, reset, relaxation, unknown surrender, finish line, success, victory. It serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished if you can dream it. There is no reason you can't make it a reality. If something is in the possession of another person, it is also available to you. So try to remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Let go of tension and relax. Interesting advice. It almost seems like you just got to control what you can and act as who you are. And that's what you got to be. That's how you got to act. And whatever is supposed to be in your life will stay in your life. And whatever needs to be in your life will come into your life. Okay, Cancer? So just act as who you are. And that's all you can do. All you can do. Hopefully that resonates with you. Hopefully that helps. All right, Leos, welcome into your section of the video. We're trying to figure out your current energies, the energies that you should focus more on, and the energies that are coming your way in the near future. We have the Five of Pentacles. We have the Two of Wands and the High Priestess. We have the Moon card, the Empress, King of Cups, Three of Wands, King of Wands, and the Two of Pentacles. So it seems like you might be acting on something out of fear or out of like worry or maybe even lack. Maybe there is some things that you are noticing that are changing around you that are like coming in and out of season. You know, like it's like the same concept of like noticing that the leaves are falling off of the trees. That means winter is coming. It's almost like that same equivalent where you notice like, oh, something's turning, so something might be happening. It's almost like that. Maybe more specifically, this might not be for you, but I'm just saying it's like you notice somebody might be changing their demeanor towards you, and you might know that they might either be breaking up with you, or maybe they might be not wanting to be friends anymore, something along the lines of that. You notice things are changing and you're trying to act or do based off trying to make sure that those things don't happen out of being scared or worried. And it seems like your subconscious is winning. The energies that you need to focus on is the Moon, the Empress, and the Father of Cups. It almost seems like instead of taking care of yourself, instead of worrying about your own emotions and your subconscious, you are more worried about the other person and trying to change that scenario. And I don't know if that's necessarily what you should be doing. I think maybe you should be taking care of yourself maybe focus on yourself and take care of yourself the right way. And maybe it might be a sign that if you are experiencing this, if things are changing, what has caused that change? And if you feel like there's something that you can do differently for yourself, then that might be something that you need to act on instead of acting outwardly to other things and trying to change things, manipulate things, whatever. You might need to be working on yourself, okay? 3 of Wands, King of Wands, and the 2 of Pentacles is the energy in the future. There is something that you have done that you have received a response on. So it's like your action caused a reaction, and it has caused a lot of disruption for you. And it has really questioned your path that you're on and has really made you feel like you don't have any control, and you're trying to gain back that control, but it's really, really tough. It's really like an uphill battle for you, but you don't know where to act first either at the same time. You don't know what you should do. It's almost like being plopped into the desert and you have no sense of direction. You don't know where to go. So you don't know which direction to go first. It's almost like that, where you're just kind of plopped into this scenario and you're just like, where is north? Where is south? Where's my left? Where's my right? Like, I just don't know. That's kind of the energy that's happening here, which I feel very like sad about for you. I hate that you have to experience it, but it almost seems like this is a repercussion of something that you have done. Okay. So let's see about the energy or advice from your spirit team, angels, ancestors. We have 0220 and 2323. Act on your idea. Realistic and practical approach, goals, divine timing, ambition, cooperation, discipline. You have the benefit of good fortune, and if you use your wise judgment, you can do anything. In this place, you can reach new heights. You should act on your potential when you see this pattern, since what your plant will grow. You're about to experience a spectacular ascent. And it almost seems like to me, like I said, instead of like acting out, you've got to be acting within. So there might be something that you need to change within yourself that could actually help you stay afloat, right? But I think that's the potential there for you, is that you need to like see what you've done internally, make this come to you. 2323, endless cycles, charisma, communications, society, movement, journey, repetitive circumstances, and patterns. There's some truth you are resistant to accept over and over again until you are tired and restrained beyond depression. It takes a decision to live life for yourself. Life is all about your passion. Then you make a change, and then the world around you follows. Just like the King of Wands, once you get back into the rhythm of yourself, the things around you will fall in line and fall in place, and you won't have to worry about that. So that is needing for you to build yourself up to that King of Wands energy, though. So maybe there is those feelings, that subconscious, taking care of yourself and making sure that you're aligned with those things and bettering yourself, knowing that there is room to better yourself and not just staying complacent with who you are at making mistakes. Let these mistakes better you, so that way you can become this King of Wands energy and take advantage of your future. But that's what I got for you, Leo. I hope that makes sense. And hopefully that wasn't too hard on you. I do apologize if it was, but I love you, Leo. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to drop them down below in the comments. But that's what I got for you. All right, Virgos, welcome into your section of the reading. We're trying to figure out your current energies, the energies that you should focus more on, and the energies that are coming your way in the near future. We have the Daughter of Wands, Page of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Four of Wands, the Hanged Man, Temperance, Eight of Swords, Two of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the, I was about to say 10 of Wands. That is the Six of Wands. Okay, wait. Yeah, that is the Six of Wands, right? No, Six of Swords. Okay. Not to say, that didn't make any sense. I thought I remembered the Six of Wands being with the butterfly. At least I'm right about that. All right, so it seems like in your current energy, you are acting out of inspiration. There's something that I feel like has really inspired you here recently that is making you act on things that are going to benefit you for the future, things that are going to prepare you for maybe like independency or living for yourself. This could be goals of potentially like buying a house, or maybe this is goals of just having financial security, or, you know, things like that. Something has really inspired you here recently to motivate you on really nestling down into those energies. But for the energies that you need to focus on, we have the Hangman, Temperance, and the Eight of Swords. So maybe there is a sense of blindness here where, you know, you're acting on these inspirations, but you really don't have like a direction to go in. You don't really know where you're supposed to be going. And I think there needs to be some time for you to kind of like understand more about how you can like synchronize yourself with these future goals of yourself. Like maybe even allowing manifestations to work in your favor. Maybe say, like, for example, I want financial security, and then manifest that. And then you can do the work behind the scenes of like, okay, let me sit here for a second. Let me allow these manifestations to start working, and allow signs to kind of open you up to a perspective of like, okay, maybe this is what I want. And maybe actually over here, this is not something that I wanted. And allow yourself to kind of like cancel these things out, right? Allow these things to be able to, I guess, get synchronized, harmonized, things like that with your future. And don't allow yourself to commit to things that aren't going to benefit you, or that makes you do things that are useless to you, that don't bring any sort of success or any sort of movement towards these future goals. So the future energies, we have the Two of Cups, we have the Nine of Wands, and we have the Six of Swords. So I just feel like within the future, you're going to be guided to places that maybe you've never felt called to before, right? And it could be like, for example, that you get called to visit a local town and you decide to walk the main street of that local town. And then all of a sudden you're passing like this storefront that has like, I don't know, let's just say computers in it that you can go in and explore around on the computers, learn more about computers, like a computer museum or something like that. And then all of a sudden you're just like mesmerized by these computers, and you realize that this is something that you feel very passionate for. And I feel like that's kind of going to be like what's going to be for you, is that you're going to feel what it is that you're passionate for and start allowing that to incorporate with inside yourself. Start allowing yourself to experience that and allow that to become your identity. And that identity will allow you to remove any sort of these blockages that you have for your future. And you're going to have kind of like a straight plan to aim for. And that's going to create a lot of success for you. So just act on things that maybe you're unsure of, like why you feel called to do something. And they might pay off for you unexpectedly. That's what I see coming up for you in your future. And let's see if we can get any sort of advice from your angels, ancestors, spirit team. We have 666. Yeah, 5555. Makes sense. It says reflect. Love, affection, compassion, kindness, attention, self-love. Several unexpected developments will enter your life and impact how you feel. This is a chance to reevaluate your identity. You need a mental shift toward greater optimism, self-assurance, and trust. Put your faith in your gut and your inner voice. Pay attention to your feelings and use them to help you become a better person. Literally what I just said, pretty much, but obviously said a whole lot better than what I was saying. But this is a time right now where you're going to be finding your identity and what you can pursue moving forward, okay? So there's some really good uplifting energies that you're feeling right now, but act on that to really nail in, hone in what it is that you're aiming for your future, so that way you can actually bring that into existence. So 5555 says clarity, great transformation, major changes, opportunity, fast-paced forward process. You aren't a victim of circumstance. Rather, you are the beneficiary of it. If that weren't the case, life would be pretty dull. You will set yourself up for success in the long run if you are willing to adapt to this shift. Everything is working out for the best. At long last, you are accomplishing what you set out to do. Everything will work out perfectly in the end. You will find it. You will gain clarity for it, and it's not going to miss out on you. You'll become who you're supposed to be, and it'll become a beautiful thing for you, Virgo. Sounds like a really good reading. Thank you so much for being here, Virgos. That's what I got for you. All right, Libras, welcome into your section of the reading. So glad to have you here. We're trying to figure out what energies you are currently in, the energies that you should focus more on, and the energies coming your way in the near future. We have the Son of Wands, the Star, and the World. Then we have the Four of Pentacles, Father of Cups, and the Emperor, Five of Wands, the Hermit, and the Tower. So for the energies that you are currently in, we have the Knight of Wands, the Star, and the World. It almost seems like there is, I'm getting the energy of like makeup, right? Like usually the reason why people use makeup primarily is to cover up any imperfections of the skin or anything like that. And I kind of feel like that's what's happening here. There's some things that maybe that you are receiving answers on, receiving clarity on, receiving some hope, some opportunity for, seeing the potential of it, and you're making up for either lost time or you're making up lost time of others, maybe even potentially like finishing situations that didn't have a resolve to them. Maybe it could be like, say, for example, if you broke up with someone 2 years ago and you never really gave them an example of why you broke up with them, and that's something that is kind of weighing on your mind, or maybe this person has reached out to you a few times and it's just constant energy that keeps bugging you. Maybe you are making up for that energy by saying like, look, here's your answers, but I'm still dashing, like I'm still getting away from this energy. I'm just trying to let go of these energies that are in my like aura, I guess you could say, my energetic field. You're trying to make up for those energies that don't need to be there, or that needs some resolve or clarification, things like that. And it's going to fuel a lot of your energy that maybe you're lacking. Maybe you're gaining back some energy that you've lost, reclaiming back that energy. So the energy that I have for what you need to focus on is the Four of Pentacles, Father of Cups, which is the King of Cups, and the Emperor. And I kind of do think that's where you're at right now, or what you need to focus on is recovering back energy that you've lost, recover back any feelings that you may have lost, maybe just recovering back feelings, period. Maybe just being able to resonate with yourself instead of being so hard-edged, right? You can still be in a masculine energy of being like executive decisions, the lawmaker, whatever, but you can also be a little bit more compassionate for that side of yourself too, where you're not so hard-edged and you can be a bit soft and delicate, and making sure that you are taking care of your own needs and your own feelings while also still making the rules and making sure that you are accounting for your energy and making sure you're policing the efforts of your own energy and not allowing other people to disrupt that. So the Five of Wands, the Hermit, and the Tower is the energy in your near future. And I think that's just like recovery. I think there's some energy that you're going to be able to release and let go of and recover, and making sure that you are internally put back together before you start making other life changes. And then once you are put back together, once you are like recovering back your energy to a point where you're yourself again, you can breathe again, then you're going to start acting on making improvements of your life overall with the energy that you have recovered, and making better changes for yourself, maybe even lifestyle changes. That could also be something that you benefit from. So let's see if we can get some advice from your angels, ancestors, or spirit team. What does Libra need to hear? That one came tumbling out. Yes. Cool. All right. We have 4 zeros. Limitless potential, reset, relaxation, unknown, surrender, finish line, success, victory. It serves as a timely reminder that anything can be accomplished if you can dream it. There is no reason you can't make it a reality. If something is in the possession of another person, it is also available to you. So try to remain calm. What's meant for you won't pass you by. Let go of tension and relax. And I feel like letting go of tension and reclaiming back energy from your past that maybe some other person is holding on to is going to allow you to move forward into what it is that you are wanting. So we have 0707, compromise, self-awareness, forgiveness, professionalism, empathy, tenacity, and freedom. Let go of what no longer serves you, stop holding on to grudges, express your emotions, and aim towards a compromise. Where there's a lack of understanding, it's best to just move on. The truth will set you free. So maybe there's just things that you're holding on to that no longer needs to be within your energetic field that can allow you to ascend to what it is that you're aiming for, Libra. So hopefully that makes sense for you, and hopefully that's not too hard on you. I gratefully appreciate you being here. I love you all, Libras. Thank you so much. But that's what I got for you. All right, Scorpios, welcome into your section of the video. So glad to have you here. We're trying to figure out what energies you are currently in, the energies that you should focus on, and the energies that are coming your way in the near future. We are starting out with the Ace of Swords, the 10 of Wands, the Page of Swords, the 7 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles. Very dispersed energies here. So for the energies that you are currently in is the Ace of Swords, the 10 of Wands, and the Page of Swords. And I think this is ultimately just talking about you being able to kind of cut out any sort of conflict, any sort of barrier for the future. And you're just kind of like cutting out any unnecessary things that are limiting you from moving forward within your future. You're allowing the truth to take care of the things that are conflicting you, right? You're allowing the truth to set things free. The truth will set you free. And I feel like this is the case scenario here where whatever the barriers is, whatever the conflict is, the truth will set you free and set you forward moving on this path without restrictions, okay? So the 7 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Pentacles just means that I don't think that you are limited here to having one source of outcome. There could be multiple outcomes in the scenario, but I just feel like you are working at making come out what's the best case scenario for you. And that's what the energy you need to focus on is. It's just making sure that you are dedicated to the idea of making what's best for you come out and available to you. Okay? It's not all about other things that make you feel good. It's all about literally the best option for you. And that's what you need to work towards and come up with. So the Father of Wands, which is the King of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Pentacles is the energy of the future for you. And I think that really just means you kind of just allow your life to be your life, and whatever needs to fall in line with you will be attracted to you. Obviously, you putting out little samples here and there to attract these things, kind of like bait. I think bait actually kind of sounds like a negative term. I'm not going to use that. Let's just put out some things to attract the things that are meant for you, and those things will come to you and add to your success and add to your fulfillment and add to what you are trying to work on to contribute to your future. But just you kind of setting the example, setting the tone, being the leader, being the person that's in control will allow these things to kind of fall in line. Just be authentic, be the real version of you, and the things will adapt to you. Okay? That's what we got in the future. And let's see if we can get any sort of advice or any sort of knowledge from your angels, ancestors, or spirit team. We have, I'm going to read this first actually, 2112 and 222. It's up to you. Someone watching over you, good fortune, unforeseen forces, direction. Even if it seems like you're not making any meaningful progress, things are moving in the right direction. If you see this number, it's a sign that everything will work out in your favor and your dreams will come true. But I think that could also just mean you knowing that you have the authority and the control of your life, and not anything else around you can take that control away, and you should focus on having that control. So even with this tarot reading, right? Like, this tarot reading can't be the thing that tells you what you need to do. It might give you some advice. It might give you a different perspective, but you should ultimately say, like, I know what's best for me. I have the control to say so. That's where it's coming from. And then we have 222, alignment, connections, friendships, romantic relationship, family ties, balance, life choices, compromise, commitment, trust. How do you move forward toward your life's true calling? Do what makes you happy. Your enthusiasm is what keeps you going. Follow your interest. If it's blockaded by something, following these routes will help you discover your life's purpose. 222. Stay in alignment with yourself, and everything will be attracted to you like it's supposed to, and will help you moving forward towards your future. You're calling the shots, Scorpio. You got to be the one in control. Nothing can take that control away from you. Nothing can make the choices for you. You make the choices. All right, that's what I got for you, Scorpio. Hopefully that resonates with you. All right, Sagittarius, welcome into your section of the reading. So glad to have you here. We're trying to figure out the energies you're currently in, the energies that are coming your way, and the energies you should focus more on. So let's see, we got the 9 of Wands coming out here first. The Ace of Wands, 9 plus 1 is 10, right? 10 of Wands. 2 of Cups. The 8 of Wands, love us. And 3 of Cups, Mother of Cups, and the 4 of Cups. I can't believe that happened, right? 9 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 10 of Wands, right? That's just, I feel like spirit bonking me in the head for something. But the current energies that you're in, obviously, is 9 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 10 of Wands. And I think what this is you accessing the potential, you accessing the energy to really like make a change and make like things move around you. Like, I feel like maybe things have either became a stalemate or became stagnant or became like just like a barrier for moving forward. And I feel like there has been some change that you have generated for the things that need to move, and things are starting to move in your favor. Things are starting to move with your activation, with your command, with your own energies. And same goes for the energies that you should focus on. Is it seems like there's a lot of movement here with both the Lovers showing like 2 geese flying south, but also with or it could be flying north, which is a better thing than flying south, I guess. And then with the 8 of Wands as well. And it just seems like there's some movement here with maybe a relationship that you're in that seems to be catching some more energies. Seems like it's catching some more spark. And you should see how these energies are starting to change. And that's what you should focus on, is allowing this spark to create change, to create a little bit of a different perspective, maybe seeing it a little bit differently, maybe treating it a little bit differently, being more open to it, and allowing it to receive, the energy that you want it to receive, or that it should receive from you. That's what you should be focusing on, is allowing your energies to be true, real, and authentic, and aligned with you and aligned with the relationship to make it better. With the energies in your near future, we have the 3 of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and the 4 of Cups. And that to me is a weird energy, because I feel like obviously the Queen of Cups is the one that has the missing cup to be the 4 of Cups, but the 4 of Cups isn't necessarily always the greatest thing. It almost seems like this is an energy of things starting to shape up to be good, but you're like saying that it needs to be better, right? And I don't know if that's the greatest thing that you need to be doing. And it almost seems like you just need to accept the cup that you've been given and being like, okay, like I'm content with this cup for now, but we'll see how things process. We'll see how things go. I don't think you can force another cup to be held by this person at this time, or whoever this is in this scenario, or maybe if it's even you. Like, I don't think you can be forced to hold another cup at this time. I think you need to focus on one cup at a time and allow things to be good while they're good, and allow things to snowball at its own rate before forcing something on to something else. Okay, let's see here. Any advice or messages from the angels, ancestors, or spirit team of Sagittarius? Okay, both of these cards just wanted to come out. Let's see, we have 10-11, take action, hope, new beginning, fresh start, lifestyle, purpose, spiritual awakening. This is a call to action to move forward. The sooner you get going, the sooner you will accomplish what you set out to do. Those with patience will eventually reap the rewards of their perseverance. So this could easily be talking about allowing yourself to transmute that energy that you're wanting to receive later on into the relationship, to receive it back at a later date, and to move forward. Take that Ace of Wands and allow your light to fulfill things around you. 3333, social skills, hope, optimism, liberation, success, prosperity, excitement, enthusiasm. The problems you have today will eventually disappear. Your guardian angels encourage you to maintain a positive outlook on life since your luck may be about to change. It is time to put to use your captivating energy and inspirational personality. Don't let your ego get the best of you. So that's exactly Sagittarius in a nutshell, I feel like, is that you are very captivating. You have a very inspirational personality, but do not let your ego get the best of you. I think that's what this Four of Cups is talking about here. Don't force another cup into someone else's hand until they're ready for it, right? You don't want someone to, it's almost like a bartender who just sits there and waits for someone to be done with a beer because they want to capitalize on sales, right? So if they see that someone's barely almost done with a beer and then they pass them another one saying like, here's your next one, like you can't do that. You got to wait. You got to wait it out. See if they're even ready to take another beer or see if they even want another beer. Something like that is kind of the concept that I'm thinking of here. Hopefully that makes sense to you and resonates, but that's what I got for you, Sagittarius. Hopefully this reading makes sense and resonates with you. If you have any questions, feel free to comment them down below in the comment section. But for all those that are still watching, I appreciate you. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. And if you want to know what your shadow is trying to tell you at this moment in time, or if you want to know what trick or treat is coming your way this Halloween season, check the 2 videos at the end of this video.